Sup YouTube, UAV Marky here with an interesting fidget spinner from Amazon China. Here we have the Twin Blades, that's what I'm calling it anyway, Twin Blades Yuan Fang fidget spinner. It's pretty heavy. This is the box it came in, box pack it came in. Hey! Sorry, that was the dog fighting the cat. Where was I? I've lost my thread now. Right, yeah, this is the packet came in the back of it, front, nice little pack I suppose. Pretty heavy fidget spinner, pretty well made, like the body, like most things about it. It is a bit of a finger trap, not for small kids. I did have to tidy up some of the edges. I also had an issue with the buttons the buttons weren't finished properly, so I had to basically file down the edge of the buttons to tidy them up. I also had to adjust the center for this button because it didn't really fit it, so it wobbled a bit. So I just put a bit of tape around the screw bit button so it fits snugly, so that doesn't wobble. So that's one mod. I also used epoxy resin, because the bearing is a nice R188 bearing, but it's held in place by a little clip there and a little clip there, and on mine the little clips just weren't doing it, so the bearing was loose. So it's a decent bearing, it's a metal fidget spinner, so I've got no problem with just using a bit of epoxy resin just to glue the bearing fully in place so it won't move, and it's stuck in now. Yeah, so once I've done that, once I tidied up the buttons and sorted out, you can use I have used different buttons from other fidget spinners that fit R188 and they work perfectly well with this as well. So you could just use different buttons for an R188 bearing and it'll work fine, or just adjust and clean up the buttons that come with it if yours were like mine and a bit messy. The fidget spinner itself is balanced, it's nice, apart from the sharp edge finger trap, which I did file down a bit to stop my fingers getting hurt. It's more a cog spinner than anything else, and you're two-handed. With one-handed you can trap your finger, so it's more a two-handed spinner and a table spinner. I've had it spinning for about 6 minutes, so it's a long spinner. If you can do like spin it on your leg, get the speed up really, because it's a cog and it spins forever. So no problem with the spinning, no problem with the balance, no problem with the bearings. Just a few issues on mine that I had to deal with, like gluing in the bearing, tidying up the buttons. That's about it. Once you've done these little things, which are pretty easy to do, to be honest, you've got a decent looking and decent spinning fidget spinner. So that's me out. I would do a spin test, but I'm not gonna leave this spin for 6 minutes. There's no point. Trust me, if you give this a good spin, it spins for 6 minutes. It's a good spinner. But if yours is like mine, you'll have to do the easy fixes to just tidy it up a bit. As I said before, this isn't a spinner for children at all. Don't be giving this to kids. Even if you're thinking of taking this to school, kids, this is going to get taken off you because it just looks like a weapon to me. So it's not a weapon. The blades aren't sharp or anything, but if I was a teacher, I'd take this off you straight away if I saw you with it in a classroom. So don't take this one to school. I wouldn't fancy dropping it neither, because it will just ruin the look of it. This is one for show. This is one to keep nice and pretty and to spin it on the table and occasionally. It's not an everyday spinner or an everyday carrot, but it's a nice spinner. I do like it. It's heavy, it spins well for what it is and for what I paid. For the little bit of tidy up I had to do, not a bad deal at all. So that's me out now. I'm off. Next door neighbour's out. So that's me out. So I'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye.